And far from her, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la.
I'm here for a purpose, and that purpose is to grow into a mountain, not to shrink to a grain of sand. Henceforth, I will apply all my efforts to become the highest mountain of all. On this thought-inspiring quote for the first-year students, I extend a good morning and a warm welcome to Reverend Brother Vincent Reddy, Vice Principal of Little Flower Degree College, Mrs. Jayanti Reddy, faculty, students, and parents assembled for the orientation program. And above all, an extremely dynamic resource person for today's orientation program, Reverend Father Vijay Joseph, also a hearty welcome. This is a much awaited event in every student's life as they step into an important phase in their life, as it is going to give the returns to the efforts that is going to be put in by the students in the coming 3 years. This is Thane, your moderator for this orientation program. Welcome once again. We commence this program by invoking the blessings of our Lord. When we kneel to God, He stands up for you. And when He stands up for you, no one can stand against you. With a strong belief, let us bow our heads to the Lord. A gentle reminder to our participants, please maintain silence during the prayer. Thank you.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of Lord. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior of God. Showers of blessing, showers of blessing we bring. Mercy drops from us are falling. सत्यमु शारदास्तन्यमु सारस्वताक्षर सारथ्यमु ज्ञानसाम्राज्यमु जन्म साफल्यमु सारस्वताक्षर सारथ्यमु ज्ञानसाम्राज्यमु जन्म साफल्यमु सरसवशोभिनि सारसलोचिनि वाणी पुस्तकधारिणि वर्णालङ्कृत वैभवशालिनि वरकविता चिन्तामणि मां पाहि सालोक्य संवालिनि मां पाहि श्रीचक्रसिंहासिनी इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना
God of wisdom and truth, as we gather this morning in your presence, we thank you for leading us here and seek your blessings for the new academic year. Grant us wisdom to understand the purpose of our lives and the physical, spiritual, and intellectual capabilities to facilitate our learning and growth. Help us to be diligent students and eager learners. Mold us so that our knowledge, understanding, and skills help us to become useful citizens, bringing glory and honor to your name. May hope fill our hearts and minds as we surrender our lives to you. We ask this prayer in your mighty name. Amen.
I now request the audience to sit back and have a first-hand knowledge about the history of Little Flower Degree College, its founder, patroness, the unique logo which has a profound meaning to the institution, motto, and the vision and mission of a college which will provide an insight into a college core values and principles. This will be followed by a virtual tour of the college for the benefit of our parents and students. I request the technical team to do the needful.
Little Flower Degree College, Uppal, run by the Brothers of St. Gabriel Educational Society, ventured into its 12th year with its Montfortian mission of transforming young teenagers into leaders, leading to illuminate the society by not just promoting intellectual excellence, but emotional maturity, moral sensitivity, scientific temper, healthy competition, sportsmanship, and nation building. LFDC is affiliated to Osmania University. We thank God Almighty for His guidance through our journey from a humble beginning to where we are right now as one of the most prestigious institutions in the Twin Cities.
Our founder, Saint Louis Marie Grignon de Montfort, 31st January 1673 to 28th April 1716, was a French Roman Catholic priest and confessor. From the beginning of his priestly ministry in December 1700, Louis Marie envisioned a congregation ready to go anywhere to teach catechism to the peasants, the poor, and the children. God alone was his motto, and the source of his unending spring of love was always God. His legacy has been influencing individuals, communities, and nations for the last 300 years around the world. Our patroness, Saint Teresa of Lisieux, born Marie Frances Therese Martin, 2nd January 1873 to 30th September 1890 at an early age. She is popularly known as the Little Flower of Jesus, or simply the Little Flower. She died in obscurity at the age of 24. However, after her death, her autobiography, Story of a Soul, was published and became a bestseller around the world. What matters in life, she wrote, is not great deeds, but great love. She loved flowers and saw herself as a little flower of Jesus. Because of this beautiful analogy, the title Little Flower remained with her.
Vision. Montforian education is committed to the gospel values of equality, fraternity, freedom, and human brotherhood, striving to transform the society through the education mission. We, the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel, together with all our associates, by our value to achieve this along with academic excellence, we focus our attention on the following: spiritual dimension, person oriented approach, social or other relatedness, environmental responsibility, professional or work orientation, national or citizen related strategies, international understanding, and universal brotherhood.
The motto. The motto of the college is Lead to Illuminate, signifies the light that leads one to a new world. A world sans darkness, sans glooms, sans ignorance, where everyone becomes a social leader.
Logo. The logo of the college consists of a wheel, a cross, a flower, a book, a lamp, and an academic hood. The wheel stands for the universe. The perfection of the wheel inspires us to be systematic in our vision and efficacious in our approach. The equal armed cross symbolizes the harmony of all human ideals. It represents the relationship of man with God, himself, his fellow men, and nature. The flower indicates a pure heart. It also stands for sincerity in ambition and self confidence. The book represents a source of knowledge from where one can attain wisdom. It also signifies enlightenment through learning. The lamp represents light. The symbol of light is eloquent. It represents goodness, freedom, hope, cognition, and reason. Light reunites and harmonizes all aspects of life. The academic hood stands as a crescendo on the educational horizon. It also signifies accolades and laurels in education.
I now request our Honorable Principal and Correspondent of Little Flower Degree College, Reverend Brother Vincent Reddy, to address the gatherings and give his valuable inputs to our first year students. Brother, you have always motivated people by sharing your expertise and knowledge. And I'm sure the parents present over here will also be motivated.
Reverend Father Vijay, the guest speaker of the day, and ever willing to share his knowledge with the Little Flower. Thanking our invitation. Ms. Jayanti, the Vice Principal, esteemed staff members, parents, and students the first year. A very good morning to each one of you. We are in a different and difficult times of our lifetime. The COVID-19 pandemic has kept us inside for several months now, especially these first years you have been the future. May I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you, dear students and parents, to Little Flower. I believe that you will do well and prepare yourself for the future. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, brother. This was indeed a truly motivational speech. And as usual, your speech was filled with positivity. Thank you, brother, once again. It is very necessary to balance work, play, and leisure for one's health and well being. For the holistic development of a student, Little Flower Degree College not only focuses on the academics, but also the physical and mental capabilities, abilities, and talents of a student. I now request the Vice Principal of Little Flower Degree College, Mrs. Jayanti Reddy, to kindly introduce our college, its various clubs, cells, committees, and provide instructions about the college to the parents and students present here.
Our beloved principal, Reverend Brother Vincent Reddy, our father, Reverend Father Dr. Vijay, first year class in charges, parents, and my dear students, a very good morning to one and all. I'm extremely happy to welcome you all to our new academic year 2020 and 21 for your undergraduation program, which is a 3-year degree course beginning from this academic year. I hope and pray that this year and the course throughout will be very successful, and my best wishes in all your endeavors. So here are a few announcements which I would like to bring to your notice that must be remembered and followed in the campus throughout your course and also for your online classes. Now here are some instructions for online classes. The college timings are from 8:30 a.m. to 12:50 p.m. That is 5 classes per day. You need to use a device, either phone or laptop, supported by good internet connection, camera and audio. Camera should be on throughout the classes, and students should be dressed in proper clothing and without background noise interruption. You will be given Zoom link to log in, and you should be logged in on time. Any network interruption, inform your concerned lecturers. Your class in charges will give you your class timetable. Regular attendance is very important. The same will be sent to the university. Your regular online classes are starting from tomorrow, that is from 24th November. We have sent you the soft copy of our college handbook. We have given all instructions in the handbook. Please go through the handbook. I request all parents and students to kindly go through the handbooks, each and every page. Page number 12, you will have the fee details. And even the dress code is also in page number 12. Page 13 and 14, kindly go through the rules and regulations of the college. This instruction has not given in the handbook, so I'm informing you now. If any student gets married in these 3 years of your course, automatically their admission will be cancelled. They have to pay the complete course fee for 3 years to get their original testimonials. Apart from this, Little Flower prepared the youth for life by promoting intellectual excellence, uprightness of character, emotional maturity, scientific temper, healthy competition, cooperation, and sportsmanship throughout the through co-curricular activities. There are different cells, committees, and clubs together to increase efficiency and competency. We have 12 cells in the college. First is LFQAC. LFQAC means Little Flower Quality Assurance Cell, makes every effort to assess and ensure the quality of all processes in accordance of the objectives of the maintenance to the best satisfaction of every stakeholder of the institution, of our institution. RTI. Mrs. Pannaga is the coordinator for RTI. RTI is Right to Information, which helps students to access any information. Anti-ragging cell. Mrs. Pannaga is the coordinator for this. This cell ensures that there is no incidence of ragging in the campus and create awareness among the students of the ill effects of ragging. Student Grievance Redressal Cell. Mrs. Sandhya Arya and Mrs. T. Swapna are the coordinators for this. The objective of the cell is to look into the genuine grievance of the student that are examined by the cell, and follow-up actions are taken based on the recommendation made by the cell. Women Protection Cell. Mrs. Tain is the coordinator for this cell. This cell started with the aim of empowering and orienting women to recognize their true potential and to create awareness among important issues related to women. Counseling Cell. Mrs. Vasavi is the coordinator for this cell. The aim of this cell is to not only address the issue faced by adolescents, but also to identify the underlying factors that are not clearly evident. It provides a holistic approach to their issues. Equal Opportunity Cell. Mr. Prashant is the coordinator for this cell. This cell aims to provide equal opportunity to all students without any discrimination and provides access to educational resources. Entrepreneurship Cell. Mrs. Pannaga and Mrs. Sandhya both are coordinators for this, which facilitate budding entrepreneurs within the college and help them build value-creating startups. IRP, Intellectual Property Rights Cell, IRP Cell. Mrs. Sandhya and Mrs. Swapna are the coordinators for this. This cell aims to foster innovation among students as one of the sustainable development. Higher Education Cell. Mrs. Tain is coordinator for the Higher Education Cell. The Higher Education Cell, which helps the student to select their career of their choice and guides them to go in a goal. Alumni Relations Cell. Mrs. Sandhya and Mrs. Sheila are the coordinators for this, which keeps and maintains the relation with alumni of the college. Placement Cell. Placement Cell is responsible for the placements of the students in the college and trains them how to face the on-campus and off-campus interviews. Now comes to the committees. We have various committees formed for the smooth and efficient management of activities. It also gives the opportunity to the faculty and students to grow and develop in their extracurricular activities, fields, and administrative skills. So, Examination Committee, Mrs. Swapna is the coordinator for the Examination Committee. She ensures smooth conduct of the examination of the college. Media Corner, Mrs. Bhavani is the coordinator. The committee ensures that all the activities of the college are recorded, updated, and displayed on screen, and also releases an annual magazine, Little Fragrance, every year. Prayer Committee, Mrs. Tain is the coordinator for the Prayer Committee. The purpose of this committee is to enhance religious tolerance and promote peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. Endowment Cell. Endowment Cell, Mrs. Pannaga is coordinator. This cell encourages the students in academic activities by providing scholarships to the students who scores CGPA of 10 on 10. Timetable Committee, Mr. Raman is the coordinator, responsible for framing timetable for regular classes as well as internal and external examination through an automated software. Literary Committee. Mrs. Suvarna is a coordinator for this committee who is responsible for all literary activities conducted across Faculty of Arts, Commerce, Science and Management through inter and intra-collegiate competitions. Cultural Committee, Mrs. Sheila is the coordinator. Besides the regular activities, it is essential to develop a creative and constructive mind in a positive way for the students' holistic development. Sports and Games, Mrs. Prativa is the coordinator. Students are encouraged to take part in sports and games and made to understand that the healthy mind resides in a healthy body to keep student healthy and in good spirit. Discipline Committee. Discipline Committee takes care of everything related to the students' behavior within the college boundaries. Apart from this, we have a certificate programs. Mr. Navi, Department of Mathematics, is the coordinator for this. These certificate programs options cover a wide array of possibilities, which let students supplement their subjects with study in another field, often an interdisciplinary one, so they can pursue a special area of interest or particular passion. Certificates are awarded by an educational program or academic institution. Library. We have a beautiful library in our college. The mission is to provide students and the staff with an information they need to achieve the highest academic potential and provide resources and services to meet the demands of the curriculum. For grooming the youth to be the leaders of tomorrow and to develop them for selfless service, NCC, National Cadet Corps, Mr. Vijay is the coordinator for NCC. It also aims to enlighten leadership qualities among the youth who will serve the nation regardless of which career they choose. It also motivates the young to choose a career in armed forces. NSS, National Service Scheme, Mr. Prashant is the coordinator for this. The main objective of this NSS is association is to arouse social conscience among students and provide them an opportunity to work for the underprivileged and marginalized sectors of our community and to impart awareness about concrete social issues. We have clubs which are concerned to the departments or your subjects. Clubs give opportunity for students across disciplines to own communication skills, foster creative thinking, and teach them how to work effectively with other people. Their participation in these clubs develop well-rounded personality and portfolio along with healthy competitive spirit. Alan Turing Club is run by the Department of Physical Sciences. Mrs. Naglakshmi is the coordinator for this. The main aim of this club is to promote the inquisitiveness among students and inculcate scientific temper among them. Aristotle Club, Department of Psychology and Political Science. Mrs. Stain is the coordinator for this. Aristotle Club helps the individual to understand the nature of man to his fullest stage of development through investigation in the scientific manner. Horizon Club, English Literary Club. Ms. Aishwarya is the coordinator for this. Horizon, as the name suggested, is a club where liberal art and fine arts come together, a platform to ensure his or her skills in poetry, drama, painting, etc. Jonas Mendel Club, Life Science Club. Mrs. Rashmi is the coordinator for this club. The club aims to develop inquiring minds and curiosity about science and the natural world. Lenwin, Little Flower Environmental Initiative, which is an eco club. Mrs. Gomti is coordinator for this. This club plays an important role in creating environmental awareness among the future generation. It involves the students to create a clean and green environment conscious around them. Life, Little Flower Extension, which is a social outreach program. Mr. Vijay is the coordinator for this club with a motto to share, which is social outreach program creates awareness to help and serve the poor and needy. Luca Pacioli Club, Department of Commerce. Mrs. Panaga is the coordinator for this club. The Commerce Club is a forum which is designed to provide an in-depth understanding of the multinational business environment. Peter Ducker's Club, Department of Management. Ms. Sridevi is coordinator for this. This club makes the student industry fit and equip them for the competitive times ahead. Regnant Club is the current affairs club. Mrs. Srilekha is the coordinator for this club. The aim of this club is to inform students about the latest development that takes place from time to time through current affairs. Vernacular Voices Club, Department of Languages. Mrs. Harini is the coordinator for this. Vernacular Voices is a club which encourages students to learn different languages like Hindi, Telugu, Sanskrit, French. Now it's time to introduce your class in charges. Your class in charges will be constantly in touch with you and your parents. You need to contact them for any information you need or anything you need to communicate. The following are the class in charges of your respective classes. First, BCom CA, Mr. Vijay Reddy.
Good morning all. I'm Mr. Vijay Reddy at Department of Computer Science. I'm the in charge of First Become CA. Parents can contact me and students also can contact me on my number at any time. And thank you all.
First, BCom General, Mrs. Pannaga is the class teacher.
Hello everyone, I am Pannaga from the Department of Commerce. I am the class in charge for BCom General. All students and parents can contact me anytime for any issues, whether academic or otherwise.
First, BBA, Mrs. Sandhya Arya.
Hello, good morning one and all. I'm Sandhya Arya from Department of Management and I'm the class in charge of the BBA first year. If anyone have any query, yes, please contact me. Thank you.
BSc MSCS, Mrs. Manjusha.
Good morning, one and all. I'm the class in charge for the BSc MSCS. Please contact for any information. Thank you. Welcome to Little Class.
First, BSc MECS, Mrs. Naglakshmi.
Good morning, one and all. I'm Naglakshmi, class in charge for this academic year for MECS group. We have been talking since a long from the time of admission into this college. So you can always clear your doubts by messaging me or by calling me in person. Thank you.
First, BSc MPC and MPCS, Mrs. Srilekha.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Srilekha from Department of Physics. Kindly contact me for any details in college. Thank you.
First, BSc BTMC, Mr. Deepak. Mr. Deepak.
A very good morning to one and all. Yes, ma'am. A very good morning to one and all. Mr. Deepak from the Department of Biotechnology, in charge for the first year BTMC for this academic year. For both parents and students can contact me. Thank you.
First, BSc BZC, Mrs. Gomti.
Good morning. A warm welcome to one and all. I am Dr. Gomti from Department of Zoology and class in charge of first BZC course. You can, if you have any queries, you can contact me, which will be readily taken care of. Thanking you.
First, BE is Suvarna. First, BE Suvarna. Ms. Suvarna.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Little Flower. My name is Suvarna from Department of English. I'm the class in charge for BA for this academic year. Feel free to contact me for anything during your course of time here. Thank you.
Dear parents and students, if you have any queries related to your academics, your classes, online classes, timings, anything, you feel free to contact class in charges. I hope you will have a great learning experience here and make the most of your time here. I'm looking forward to see you all come out in flying colors. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Tomorrow
Thank you,
also, tomorrow 1 minute then. Tomorrow, all students should log in into their respective classes by 8:30 a.m. Your class in charges will give you the Zoom link today. Attendance is mandatory. Attendance is mandatory. You have to be there from 8:30 a.m. to 12:50 p.m. All 5 periods. Thank you once again. Thank you, Tain.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your exhaustive coverage concerning our college academics and co-curricular activities. For the orientation program, we have invited a very dynamic resource person who is known for holding the audience spellbound with his impressive talk, coupled with anecdotes. To introduce our esteemed resource person, I request Saujanya to do the honors.
Good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed resource person, Reverend Father Vijay Joseph. I would like to begin the introduction through qualification. Father has done Bachelor in Theology and Philosophy, Diploma in Family Apostolate, Diploma in Youth Ministry Counseling, and MSc in Psychology, Psychiatry, and Counseling. Father Vijay is a counselor and psychologist since 10 years. He has been blessed with the gift of prophecy, gift of healing, gift of deliverance, gift of counseling and intercession. Father Vijay tries to make difference in the lives of people through seminars and workshops. He has conducted programs worldwide in counseling, training, and personality development. Father has also trained and motivated youth, children, and parents on a wide range of problems from social, domestic, and financial issues. He has also done counseling for doctors, nurses, IT professionals, etc. Father Vijay's contribution is noteworthy. He has counseled and rehabilitated people who are addicted to alcohol and drugs, supported poor children, empowerment of women, and has adopted villages for developmental activities. His present venture includes counseling training centers, home for orphans, street children, and specially abled children. Father Vijay seeks to enable people in need, support and nurture them and their families, and receive referrals to job training programs and employment agencies. Lastly, with immense pride, I would like to conclude that Reverend Father Vijay runs counseling and training center called Seraph, which means guardian angel, and Father is truly a guardian angel to the less privileged. Little Flower Degree College welcomes you, sir.
Thank you, Saujanya. I now request Reverend Father Vijay Joseph to take over the session. I would like to remind our participants the theme of our orientation is Care and Learn. Father Vijay Joseph.
Good morning, one and all.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Father.
Brother Vincent always has a note of catch for me. And I thank him for his trust that he puts in me. Madam Jayanti is always there to catch up on my schedule. She never spares me. Ma'am, thank you. Respected lecturers, beloved parents, and my dear students. We have a beautiful theme that is created, a theme called Care and Learning. And it'd be wonderful to exchange views on this. Recently, I was taking a seminar, a live seminar in a place in the old city. I happened to meet a student from your own college. He asked me a simple question. The question was this: Sir, is everything going to be like this? Maybe, I don't know what was running in his mind. Is everything going to be like this? I asked him a question back. I asked him, boy, you tell me, is everything going to be like this? He was a little confused because I was asking question for question. It's not very comfortable. And I told him a very simple answer. I said, everything depends on us, or everything depends on me. I have a nice little PowerPoint presentation. I would request Vijay to put it on screen so that we go with the PowerPoint and the session together. As I said, the theme for today's seminar is care and learning. If you look at the word care, most of the parents and the lecturers, I'm sure, the whole idea of this presentation is this: to help us to develop our teenagers with the support of the parents and the college, the academics, so that they will be molded into something different. And we are all in the transitional period which will change, which will transform, which will become better. Second is learning. A great philosopher said, when a person says he knows everything, his life is already over. All of us, starting from me, to the college, to the lecturers, to the students, everyone is a learner. No, this is the whole idea behind what we are trying to understand today in this seminar. I was also told that I speak in all the three languages. Hyderabad is known for languages, and people know me as a Pakka Hyderabadi. हिंदी ने बात करे तो చూస్తే హైదరాబాద్ में కైకు జన్మి लिया रहे సో పక్కా ఐ స్పీక్ హిందీ కొద్ది తెలుగు కూడా మాట్లాడతాను అందరికి అర్థం అవ్వాలి కదా అందరికి అర్థం కాకపోతే ఇంకా మజా ఏముంది అంటారు కదా ఓకే సో my beloved parents, my students and respected lecturers, the idea that I am trying to present is this: parenting a teenager isn't easy, but it can be a lot of fun if you learn to follow a few basic guidelines. One, keeping a close relationship. Keeping a close relationship. No, relationship is not only giving and commanding and guiding. Relationship is a bonding, and this is what I want all the parents to understand, that this bonding should remain strong. Secondly, as we continue, can I go to slide 2, Vijay? Help our children to learn from their mistakes. Very often students think that it is not right to make mistakes. All of us learn from mistakes. That is an attitude I want everyone to understand, that mistakes, good old quotation, good old slogan, mistakes are stepping stones to success, which is no more told today. They say you should succeed. That's the only slogan that is given. But I would believe mistakes are stepping stones to success. Third, I always recommend and advise the parents and the lecturers to be role models. Now, what is a role model? A role model is not only one who tells things, but who lives things. No, I have a lot of role models in my life whom I learned from. And I always tell the parents and the lecturers, role models are people who give a message. Little Flower College, I've been associated with so long, always gives a message. So this is something I would want to present today. Vijay, can we go to the next slide, please? Teens need food, sleep, exercise, and lots of love and support. The same for a child, but in a different way. What am I trying to tell? Every parent gives the basic needs. No, ప్రతి తల్లిదండ్రులు మీ పిల్లలకు కావాల్సిన ప్రతి అవసరము తీరుస్తారు. చిన్నపిల్లలకు అవసరము, పెద్ద పిల్లలకు అవసరం. छोटों को भी चाहिए, बड़ों को भी चाहिए. क्या क्या चाहिए? जो भी उनके लिए, उनकी जिंदगी के लिए वो चाहिए, लेकिन उससे बंद नहीं होता. Most things about their world are changing, so don't let your love be one of them. I've been going around a lot of colleges and schools across the world, and I ask young people, do your parents love you? They say, yes, sir, they love us. How do they love you? They say they give us everything what we need. जो कुछ भी चाहिए देते हैं, ఏమేం కావాలో అవన్నీ ఇస్తున్నారు. My point is, beloved parents, beloved lecturers, loving, I understand, I define love as accepting your son, your daughter as they are, accepting your son, your daughter as they are. They have their ups, they have their downs, they have their positive, they have their negative. మంచి ఉంటుంది, చెడు ఉంటుంది, अच्छा भी रहता, बुरा भी रहता. सच्चा प्यार क्या है? उन्हों जैसे भी हो उसी तरह स्वीकार करो. వాళ్ళు ఎలాగున్నా అలాగే వాళ్ళని స్వీకరించు. Change will come. We will talk about it later. But true love is this, that we accept our children as they are, our students as they are. Now, this is something I want most of the parents and the lecturers to understand. This is a need of the hour. Children also are confused. They are also getting paranoid. They are not understanding things. The only thing that will stand to them is love. And I also tell the students, your parents love you. How do you know that love you? They love you, and you will know because they discipline you. Your lecturers are also going to love and care for you. You will understand them when they discipline and teach you. No? And I tell every student who are listening to this seminar, your parents and lecturers love you. That is the only reason that they discipline you. Many of the young people understand discipline in a different concept. When they say discipline is something bad, discipline is something strict, not at all. Discipline is what is going to make your life. Discipline is what is going to change your life. Discipline is what is going to give you success in life. And I want every student to understand this. Your parents love you, that's why they discipline you. Your lecturers love you, that's why they discipline you. तुम्हारे माँ बाप तुम्हें प्यार करते हैं, इसलिए तुम्हें डिसिप्लिन करते हैं. अगर प्यार नहीं करेंगे तो तुम्हें डिसिप्लिन नहीं करेंगे. ये हर एक విద్యార్థి समझना चाहिए. మీ తల్లిదండ్రులు మిమ్మల్ని ప్రేమిస్తున్నారు, అందుకే వాళ్ళు మీకు క్రమశిక్షణ నేర్పిస్తున్నారు. ప్రేమించకపోతే ఎవరు క్రమశిక్షణ నేర్పరు. So I want every student to understand this, and I want the parents and the lecturers to please understand one small little secret. We discipline in love. Discipline in love. Now you will surely ask me, now what is the discipline in love? Our discipline must help grow. Then it is discipline in love. If our discipline hurts and pains, it is not discipline in love. This is something I have understood. This is something I am promoting. This is something I am teaching. Vijay, next slide, please. There are different areas or sectors in our relationship that I would want you to understand. One is physical development. Now I'm talking about the holistic part of it. The first one in this is physical development. Not what exactly is this physical development. Can I get the next slide, please, Vijay? And one suggestion I always give is store the house with healthy snacks and serve nutritious meals. Talk about health rather than weight. I'm sure most of the parents have problem with their young ones eating food. I run a hostel. I have an orphanage. In the physical development, we teach our children to eat healthy food. No, a food that will give them life, a food that will give them energy, a health food that will give them enthusiasm. And I'm very particular about this particular statement. Tell them about health, not about weight. Most of our young people want to be slim and trim. इसलिए क्या कर रहे? खाना भी नहीं खा रहे. No, I know people who go on crash diet. Well, this is their idea of understanding health. No, చాలా మంది మన యువతి యువకులు మన పిల్లలు ఈ మధ్యలో తినడం లేదు. ఎందుకు? అమ్మో తింటే బరువు ఎక్కువ అవుతాం. No, we'll put on weight. ज़्यादा weight हो जाएंगे. Now, health today with this present pandemic has taught us health is very, very important. And what should be done to have a good health? And this is something we have to make our young people understand. Another thing is talk about expectations, risks, and opportunities without shying away from the tough topics such as drugs, alcohol, and sex. No? In most of my counseling sessions, I've heard young people coming with questions to me. Why don't Why aren't things told to us clearly, explicitly? Don't hesitate. And I always tell parents and lecturers, if they ask us a question, be frank about it. మన పిల్లలు ఎలాంటి ప్రశ్న అడిగినా దాని గురించి చక్కగా స్ట్రైట్ గా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. If we don't attend to our children's question, our students' question, they will go and start searching, they will go and start hunting. It is not necessary that they will get the right answer. మన పిల్లలు మనని ఎలాంటి ప్రశ్న అడిగినా దాని గురించి స్పష్టంగా సమాధానం ఇవ్వండి, క్లారిటీ ఇవ్వండి. మనం ఇవ్వకపోతే వాళ్ళు వేరే వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఆ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తుంటారు. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ అవర్ యంగ్ పీపుల్ గో టు దేర్ ఓన్ ఏజ్ టీమ్స్ or their own age groups to get answers. It is not necessary that they will get the right answers, not necessarily that there will be wrong answers also, but my suggestion would be this: when a question is asked by our own students, when a question is asked by your own children, be clear whatever the topic is. And I always tell parents and lecturers, when I don't know an answer, if I tell my student, if I tell my son or daughter, I don't know, it gives more respect. It gives more respect. This is something, a philosophy that I am promoting to most of the parents and those who are in the sector of learning. Give them right, give them clear, give them straight answers. Don't give them an opportunity to go hunting, searching, finding out from their own age groups. This is going to be very risky. And the second aspect that I would touch upon is emotional development. In this recent past, during the lockdown, I got a lot of calls, audio and video calls. People in distress, people who are paranoid, people who are depressed. What exactly happened to them? I believe with physical development, emotional development is equally important. No, it is said our emotions also affect our intelligence. Our emotions also affect our intelligence. When we are emotionally balanced, our intelligence, our grasping capacity is wider, bigger, and clearer. But emotionally disturbed, no, very often I tell parents and lecturers, give quality time to your children. When I say quality time, I am not talking about advising, I am not talking about suggesting. No, చాలా సెమినార్లో తల్లిదండ్రులకి లెక్చరర్స్ కి చెప్తూ ఉంటాను, ఏమని, క్వాలిటీ టైం అంటే మీ పిల్లలతో కూర్చొని మాట్లాడండి. When do we talk to our students or when do we talk to our children? After a crisis. We advise them, we clear them, we give them rules after a crisis. Now this is not going to help. Every parent I advise, in 15 days time, in a month's time, give 1.5 hour of quality time. When I say quality time, this quality time is going to help them build their emotional strength. When I say quality time, there is a two-way traffic. Listen and speak. Listen and speak. Quality time అనగానే మామూలుగా పేరెంట్స్ లెక్చరర్స్ ఏమనుకుంటారు, మేము చెప్తాం వాళ్ళు వింటారు. కాదండి. క్వాలిటీ టైం అనేది టూ-వే ట్రాఫిక్ లాంటిది. మనం చెప్తాము, వాళ్ళు వింటారు, వాళ్ళు చెప్పేది మనం పూర్తిగా వినాలి. ఇవి రెండు నడవాలి. బోత్ ద థింగ్స్ షుడ్ టేక్ ప్లేస్. దిస్ ఈస్ క్వాలిటీ టైం. అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్, make your children responsible. Very often what is happening is, when a child comes in, when a young person comes in, the first thing that we tell is, अरे नो चाला चिन्नो निकवानी अर्धं गाव, तो बच्चा है, तेरे को ये सब समझ में नहीं आता. Forget that idea. Give him freedom, make him responsible. Tell him, tell her, this is your freedom and you be responsible in your freedom. The more you give responsibilities, the more they become emotionally strong, emotionally standing on their legs. మీరు ఎంత బాధ్యతలు ఎక్కువ ఇస్తారో స్వేచ్ఛను ఇవ్వండి, స్వేచ్ఛతో పాటు బాధ్యతను కూడా ఇవ్వండి. नो, उनको पूरी तरह से फ्रीडम दो, उसके साथ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी दो. उनको समझाओ ये तुम्हारा फ्रीडम है लेकिन इतना तक तुम जा सकते हो, ये समझाना चाहिए. इसलिए सब माँ बाप से मैं ये ख्वाहिश करता हूं कि तुम्हारे बच्चों के साथ बैठ के बात कीजिए. कभी बात करते हैं, कुछ होने के बाद, कुछ झगड़ा होने के बाद, फेल होने के बाद हम बात करते हैं, उसे काम नहीं होने वाला. कुछ भी काम नहीं होने वाला। जब भी समय मिले, महीने में 2 बार, लेकिन ये टाइम टेबल मत बनाइए, चलो मेरे बेटे को हर सैटरडे पकड़ेंगे, बिठाएंगे, बात करेंगे। डोंट डू दैट, प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. That is only going to make him get away from what you are telling. This is very, very important. Quality time is loving time. Again, I tell, quality time is loving time, where we listen and we also talk. Don't give suggestions, don't give advices, talk. We call it heart to heart talk. What is this heart to heart talk? जो भी उनके मन में है उन लोग बताएंगे, जो भी तुम्हारे मन में है तुम बताओ. He is your son, your daughter. So this is something very important. And the next one in our slide is cognitive development. Cognitive development. What is this cognition? Cognitive is thinking. We have a course called CBT, Cognitive Behavior Therapy. Many of the students across the world today are very positive in their thinking, but there are some who are negative in their thinking. I do a course called Cognitive Behavior Therapy, which helps students to change their perspective of thinking. Today, when you look at the world, what do you see? Negation. Things are bad, things are negative, things are down, things are depressed. This is what people are grasping, people are understanding. It is said, no, respect your teen in the options and ideas even when you don't agree with them. Now, this is something I want the parents to understand. We need not agree on anything and everything that is told by our own children and students. जो कुछ भी हमारे बच्चे बोल रहे हैं उसी पूरी तरह अपना एग्री करने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन जो बोलना चाहते हैं वो सुनो. మన పిల్లలు ఏదైతే చెప్తున్నారో అది పూర్తిగా దాంతో సహకరించాలి అని నేను చెప్పడం లేదు, కానీ వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తున్నారో ఆ మాటకి విలువ ఇవ్వండి. And I always tell parents, when your son or daughter suddenly comes up and says, Daddy, Mummy, I want to speak to you, I always request parents, leave your work aside, leave your cooking aside, leave your business aside, sit and listen. ఎప్పుడైతే మీ కుమారుడు, ఎప్పుడైతే మీ కుమార్తె హఠాత్తుగా మీ దగ్గరకు వచ్చి నాన్న మీతో మాట్లాడాలి, అమ్మ మీతో మాట్లాడాలని చెప్పారనుకోండి, వెంటనే ప్రతి ఒక్క పనిని పక్కన పెట్టి అక్కడ కూర్చొని వాళ్ళు చెప్పింది పూర్తిగా వినండి. Now why am I telling this? अगर तुम्हारे बेटा या बेटी अचानक तुम्हारे पास आके करना चाहता हूँ, अम्मी हमसे बात करना चाहता हूँ, अगर उन लोग बताए, पूरे काम बाजू रख के बैठ के सुनो. Now why am I repeating this? If we don't listen, if we don't give time, they will not come back to us when there is a need. This is where your quality time is very important for your children. మీ పిల్లలు మీ దగ్గరకు వచ్చి మాట్లాడాలనుకున్నప్పుడు మీరు సమయం ఇవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, వాళ్ళు మన దగ్గర రారు మళ్ళీ. They will not come. They will go to somebody else. And afterwards you will complain, अरे मेरा बेटा मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा, मेरी बेटी मेरे से बात नहीं कर रहा, నా కొడుకు నాతో మాట్లాడడం లేదు, నా కూతురు మాట్లాడడం. When they wanted, we did not stay. వాళ్ళ అవసరం ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం సమయం ఇవ్వలేదు. So please, this is something very, very important. When they come to you, please spend time with them. Another very important thing that cognitive development teaches us is show interest in understanding what has shaped their ideas and why they have certain beliefs. Now, all our children, if you read psychology, it is said when they are small, certain ideas, their mind is an empty slate. చిన్నప్పుడు మన పిల్లల మనసు empty slate లాంటిది, తబుల రాసా అంటారు. छोटे में अपने बच्चों का माइंड एक खाली स्लेट था. So many ideas came in, so many philosophies came in. Today, when they have reached an age, their mind is already set, their philosophy is already set, their belief system is already set. Now, I'm sure you will be having crash of ideas in certain areas with your teenagers. 3 areas I would suggest that you have a fight with. 1 is the language they use. I'm not talking about Telugu, English, Hindi, Tamil. No, what they speak, the words that they use, you're not comfortable. 2 is a dressing style. 3 is curfew time, when they should come back home. 3 विषय में आजकल माँ बाप, lecturers, और बच्चों से झगड़ा होते रहता। क्या ये 3 चीज? एक उन लोग बात करने का ढंग, भाषा नहीं, बात करने का ढंग। दूसरा कपड़ों का ढंग। तीसरा कर्फ्यू टाइम बोलते, घर को कब वापस आने का है। आई एम श्योर एवरी पेरेंट इज हैविंग एन आर्ग्यूमेंट विद देयर सन regarding these 3 things. Now, my point is, please understand. Recently, I met a mother, no, of a boy studying degree first year. Now, this mother had a complaint. She says, my son is very good, he studies well, he's all good, but I don't like his dressing. I said, what's the problem with his dressing? He said, very simple, sir. He wears all torn clothes in the world. Now, एक माँ अपने बेटे के बारे में कंप्लेंट दी। क्या है कंप्लेंट? अच्छा पढ़ता सर, अच्छा है, लेकिन एक ही कंप्लेंट है। क्या है कंप्लेंट? पूरे फटे कपड़े पहन के घूमते रहता। No, I didn't know what this mother's sadness was, but then I happened to meet this boy. I asked him, my son, how are you? He said, sir, I'm fine. And you know what he was wearing? Our young people's language, tone jeans. What jeans? Tone jeans. Now, I asked this boy a simple question. I said, boy, can you translate this word? No, I love languages. Telugu and Hindi is my favorite. I asked him to translate this tone jeans into his language. He's from Telugu background. I asked him, what is tone jeans in Telugu? You know what he said? Sir, very simple, sir. Chirigipoyina pant. No? Tone jeans ko Hindi mein badalo. Fata hua jeans. Now, look at the concept. He has understood in a very slogan form. Tone jeans. Very nice to hear. Beautiful word. Everybody is using it. No? And he believed that that is fashion. I asked him a second question. I asked him, I'm not against fashions. No, fashion ke virudh nahi hu, fashion edru nahi kaadu. But a simple point of understanding of our dressing. I asked him, my boy, will you wear this tone jeans and go for an interview? He gave a smile and said, no, sir, I would not go for an interview with this. And I said, why? This is the latest style. Now, what I'm trying to convince you, parents and lecturers, is they need to change their belief system. Now, what is this belief system? No, as I said, show interest in understanding what has shaped their ideas and why they have certain beliefs. There are certain ideas they know think is right, they know is good for them, but they don't know socially, family wise, college wise, academic wise, it is not good. We need to convince them. Very often we have this statement, do this, don't do this. Idi chahiye, idi chahiye. Ye karo, ye mat karo. That philosophy is gone long back, my beloved parents and teachers. Today's philosophy of understanding is convince your students, convince your child. You convince them, they will surely understand, change their ideas, change their system of understanding. उनको convince करो, जो भी ideas उनके मन में है जो गलत है वो बदल जाएंगे. వాళ్ళకి conviction కావాలి, వాళ్ళకి పూర్తి నమ్మకం కావాలి. ఇది కరెక్ట్. అది ఎవరు చెప్పగలుగుతారు? కేవలము తల్లిదండ్రులు, కేవలము వాళ్ళ టీచర్స్, లెక్చరర్స్ మాత్రమే చెప్పగలుగుతారు. Their talk is understood more. Another aspect in the cognitive development is teens want to know that someone is listening to them. Today, everybody is busy. Cell phone, laptop, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, all the possible mass media. And I ask people, why is mass media becoming so popular? Only one reason. Nobody is listening, everybody is talking. ఎందుకండి మన మాస్ మీడియా అంతా ఎంత పెరిగిపోతుంది? ఒకే ఒక కారణం, అందరూ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, ఎవరు వినడం లేదు. సబ్ లోగ్ బాత్ కర్ రహే హై, కోయి నహీ సున్ రహా హై. And I always tell, we are given 2 ears, 1 tongue. రెండు చెవులు, ఒక నాలుక. No, 2 कान, 1 जबान. क्यों? ज्यादा सुने, कम बात करे. ఎక్కువ వినడం, తక్కువ మాట్లాడడం. Listen more and speak less. I tell every parent, listen fully to what your children are trying to tell you. Purtiga vinandi. I'm sure lecturers, last time when we had a seminar, I was stressing on the point that listen fully. Active listening we call in psychology. And I request every parent, give active listening to your children. They will be with you. They will talk to you. They will express everything to you. But if you are passive, if you don't listen, they will go somewhere else. They will talk to somebody else. They will get their ideas, their understanding, and things are going to be bad. Another aspect of development is called social development. And I put the first point there: show an interest in your teens' activities. Show an interest in your teens' activities. Everything that he does. I ask parents most of the time when they come to meet me with a complaint. What is the complaint? मेरा बेटा क्या कर रहा उसको ही नहीं मालूम, నా కొడుకు ఏం చేస్తున్నా నా కూతురు ఏం చేస్తుందో వాళ్ళకే తెలియదు. लोग क्या कर रहे, what are they doing, they themselves doesn't know. So I ask a simple question to the parents: do you know everything about your son and your daughter? మీ కొడుకు మీ కూతురు ఎలాగున్నారో ఏం చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళ హాబీస్ ఏంటి వాళ్ళ ఫిలాసఫీ ఏంటి మీకు తెలుసా? This is something very important. And another suggestion that I give about the social development is ask questions that go beyond yes and no, and try an in-depth conversation. Now, I put a simple question. Rather than asking how was your day, ask what was the best part of your day. Big difference. How was your day? Very good, daddy. Very good, mommy. Lecturer will ask, how was your class? How is the class? Very good, ma'am. Very good, sir. Over. Chapter is over. Now, look at the difference. I put a question, rephrased it, and put what was the best part of your day. Now, this is something, an open-ended question. I understand parents also, teachers also want short answers. Now everything is short. SMS. Everything is SMS. Answers also have become SMS. No, don't do that. A young person would like to express. Give him an open-ended question where he will pull out everything that is within him and share it with you. No, तुम्हारे बेटे बेटियों को ऐसा प्रश्न मत पूछिए, क्या बेटा कैसा था दिन? क्या बोलता? अच्छा था. ఎలాగుంది ఈ రోజు? చాలా బాగుంది. క్లాస్ ఎలాగుంది? చాలా బాగుంది. క్లాస్ कैसा था? वो भी अच्छा था. Finish. Chapter is closed. Question mark. No, the question that you ask already bought a full stop. Not at all. Open-ended question will help them to express. So these are the 4 areas I would want all the parents to understand, help, support the children. Now, most of the parents must be thinking, sir, you are telling everything that we should do for our children. What about them? సార్ మీరు అన్ని బాగానే చెప్తున్నారు, ఏం చెప్తున్నారు? మేము మా పిల్లలకి ఏం చేయాలి, ఎలా చేయాలి, ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఈ మా పిల్లల సంగతి ఎంత, వాళ్ళకి ఏం చేయాలి? What should they do? No, जो कुछ हम करना है हमारे बच्चों के लिए, जो भी हमारे बच्चों की भलाई के लिए, वो आप हमको समझा रहे हैं, लेकिन आपके मन में ये भी रहेगा अब हमारे बच्चे क्या करें. That's why I put the next slide which says about parents teenage relationship. Parent-teenage relationship. And in that I have 3 aspects. One is teenage responsibilities. Second is parenting challenges. Third is family bonding. And when it comes to teenage responsibilities, can I get the next slide, please, Vijay? I put it in a very nice format. Teenage responsibilities are 3 things. 1, academics. 2, achievements. 3, discipline. Now, all the students who are listening to this seminar, I'm sure Brother Vincent and Madam Jayanti explained to you about academics. And your parents are also given you the responsibility. What kind of responsibility? My boy, my girl, you're going to college. Study well, do well, get how much percentage? 100% and come back. Good. First 2 points are very good. My young friends who are listening, my students who are listening, all of you have a potential. All of you, each student, whoever you are, however you are, you have a potential. And what is your potential? Your potential is to put in your best into your academics. Forget about 90 or 70 or 60 or 40. Let us keep it aside. Put in your best. When I started my college, my counselor or my guide told me, my son, Don't look at anything. Look at your education, your academics as a learning pattern. Increase your knowledge, increase your wisdom. Increase your knowledge, increase your wisdom, do your best. And this is my suggestion for every student who is going to join into Little Flower. Do your best. Tomorrow you should not tell, if I had done a little more. There won't be a chance. This is the starting right from the start. My humble suggestion to every student: increase your knowledge, increase your wisdom, do your best. हर एक स्टूडेंट से मेरी एक ही ख्वाहिश है, पूरे मन से, पूरे दिल से तुम्हारा पढ़ाई करो. बाकी सबको बाजू रखो थोड़ा टाइम के लिए. पूरे मन से, पूरे दिल से तुम्हारा पढ़ाई करो. Do your best. ఎగ్జామ్ సమయంలో ఎవరైనా ఎగ్జామ్ అయినప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తారు మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కి? ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్. నో, మై suggestion to every student: all the best, not only for exam, all the best from now. Do your best. No. Second thing is, in the teenage responsibility is achievement. Sometime back also I said, success or failure, that is secondary. Success or failure is secondary. You can achieve your goal by being responsible to what is given to you. And as a student, what is given to you is your studies, your college, your academics. If you put in your heart, you can achieve your best. Third is discipline. These are three things very important to every student who is joining in: your academics, your achievement, and discipline. As I already said, discipline person is one who will be successful in life. Without discipline, we can't achieve anything. Discipline is not something seriousness. I'm not talking about seriousness. Discipline is a pattern of life. Students, please understand, discipline is a pattern of life. Discipline का मतलब क्या है? तुम्हारे जिंदगी में एक टाइम टेबल है. Discipline का मतलब वही है. Discipline అంటే ఏంటండి? ఒక క్రమశిక్షణ, మీ జీవిత క్రమశిక్షణ. ఇది discipline. And if you notice, students, the highest discipline cadres, what are they? The army, the navy, the air force. 100% discipline. They are self-disciplined. I would add another letter to discipline is self-discipline. No, this is something that can give you success. This is something that can give you victory. This is something that can make you achieve in your life and your academics. This is my request to every student. No, be a disciplined person. People must respect you for what you are. What you are. तुम जो भी हो, जैसे भी हो, अगर तुम डिसिप्लिन हो, दूसरे लोग तुम्हें రెస్పెక్ట్ देंगे. నువ్వు ఎక్కడున్నా, ఏం చేసినా, మీ చదువు గాని జీవితం గానివ్వండి, క్రమశిక్షణతో ఉంటే మీ జీవితము సక్సెస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది. The next slide I would go with is parenting challenges. There are three things I've already mentioned, but I like to mention once again. Three things in parenting challenges: one, talk; second, listen, and I put the word twice, listen and listen; third, enforce rules. No, three very important things. Now, again, parents and students, spend quality time with each other. Not crisis time, quality time. This is something very, very important. And once again, I remind, parent talk, student listen, student talk, parents listen. जब बड़े बात करे तो बच्चे सुने, तो बच्चे बात करे तो बड़े सुने. ये दो भी चलना चाहिए. That's why I use the word talk. No, I'm not talking of advice, I'm not talking of suggestion, just talk. Heart to heart talk. And this is very tough in today's world because everybody is very, very busy. Everybody is very, very busy. Doing what? Well, I don't know. But quality time. Talk to your children. Listen. Second part is listening. And I already mentioned Listening is active listening. Students, when your parents and your lecturers talk to you, they love you. That's why they want to talk to you. Listen attentively. Same way, other way around. When your children and your students talk, you listen. Third is enforce rules. I always give a simple example. No, the father or the mother will always tell their children, "You achieve this much percentage, I will give you a." Now the latest ones, all fatfati, bike. No, for boys it is bike, for girls it is no, the so-called scooty. Now, one very important thing that the parent does before giving the key of the vehicle into their sons or daughters' hands will give them certain rules and regulations. What are the rules and regulations? हाँ, हिंदी में बोलूंगा. नो, चाबी देने से पहले, गाड़ी का चाबी देने से पहले, नो, माँ या बाप चाबी हाथ में डालने से, बच्चे के हाथ में डालने से पहले थोड़े रूल्स बोलेंगे. क्या क्या रूल्स बोलेंगे? बेटा हेलमेट पहन ले, बेटा मुंडी हिला दो. सेकेंड रूल, बेटा स्लो से जा, उसको भी मुंडी हिला दो. थर्ड रूल, बेटा रोड रूल्स फॉलो करो, उसकी भी मुंडी हिला दो. फोर, बेटा ट्रिपलेट ट्रिपल राइडिंग मत कर, उसको भी मुंडी हिला. नाउ टिल व्हेन ही इज शेकिंग हिज हेड, टिल द की रीचेस हिज हैंड. जब तक कुछ भी बोलो सुनते रहो. चाबी उसके हाथ में गया, उन्हें जाके गाड़ी निकालता, हेलमेट भी पहन लेता, स्टार्ट भी करता, गली के कोने तक अच्छा ही जाता. गली घूमना, पूरे रूल्स गए. ఆ తాళం చేయి చేతికి వచ్చేదాకా నాన్న గాని అమ్మ గాని టీచర్ గాని ఏమైనా చెప్పని అన్నిటికీ తలూపుతాడు. తాళం చేతిలో పడిందా, వాడెళ్ళి స్టార్ట్ చేసిండా, ఆ మూల దాకా పోయిండా, అప్పటిదాకా వానే పోతాడు. హెల్మెట్ ఉంటుంది, పద్ధతిగా పోతాడు. ఆ మూల తిరగాలే గాని హెల్మెట్ ఏడుంటుందండి, ముందన ఉంటుంది, బ్యాక్ అన ఉంటుంది. ఏ రూల్స్ పాటించు. నా దిస్ ఇస్ వేర్ ఐ టెల్ ద పేరెంట్స్, see, telling rules is one thing, enforcing rules is one thing. No, when your child was small, how did you make him understand rules? You do this, I will give you this. నువ్వు ఇలా చేస్తే, ఇది చేస్తే నేను నీకు ఇది ఇస్తా, ఏ కరే తో తుమ్కు मैं ये दूंगा. It was a no punishment and reward way of teaching rules. Now your son is grown up, your daughter is grown up. This punishment and reward doesn't work anymore. Only one thing works, that is convincing them of what they should do. And to convince, I again come back to the parents and the lecturers. To convince, it is not enough to talk. We have to be role models in that. No, I always tell this question. If your son comes and asks you, whether you're a parent or a lecturer, he comes and asks you, no, you're studying college, he says, Daddy, Mummy, it's after all one small slip test. Can I copy? What will be the answer? Yes, no, can, maybe, don't know. Make it very sure. Say no. If you give him a philosophy that in a small test he can copy, he will even copy in the major exam. We have put a wrong philosophy of being honest into his head. It is a small thing, but it gives a big message. It may be a small answer, but you're going to change his philosophy. Make it cut clear that you cannot copy, even if it is a small little test. So this puts the right perspective into his mind, even in small things. Very often we make technical mistakes in small things. No, that fellow bet me. No, I still remember one boy, he was become so rough and ruffian that anybody tells anything, anybody does something, he'll punch back. So I was just analyzing. No, I do behavior therapy. In behavior therapy, I was analyzing step by step backwards, and I realized when he was small, when he went to play out, no, చిన్నప్పుడు బయట వీధిలో ఆడుకోవడానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు పిల్లలు కదా కొట్టుకుంటారు. అలా కూడా కొట్టిండు. వచ్చి మమ్మీ దగ్గర చెప్పిండు, మమ్మీ వాడు నన్ను కొట్టిండు. వాట్ ఈస్ మమ్మీస్ ఆన్సర్? ఎన్ని కొట్టిండ్రా? 2. నువ్వు వెళ్ళి 4 కొట్టు. घर के बाहर बच्चे खेलते रहते छोटे में, ये छोटा जाके खेल रहा था, कुछ लड़ाई हुआ, झगड़ा हुआ, कोई किसी ने उसको मारा और वो आके अपने मम्मी से बोला, अम्मी वो बच्चा मेरे को मारा। अम्मी का सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन क्या रहा था, कितने मारा रे? 2 मारा। तो जाके 4 मार। Now look at that. He's got a philosophy from small into his mind. If somebody beats you 2, you give back extra 2. अगर कोई 2 गाली दिए तो तुम 4 गाली दो. Now this is the philosophy he's stuck with. Now he is 15, he's 17, he's 20. He still follows the same philosophy. Where did he get it? We indirectly, without knowledge, taught him this philosophy. It got stuck to him and it is there with him. And it is only by enforcing rules, talking to him, convincing him, this will change. Many of the parents have a very big question. इन्हें बड़ा हो गया, इन्हें बड़ी होगी, अभी बदलेगा. Will they change? Marutara, they will change. I believe. I am a de-addiction counselor. I counsel people taking drugs and drinks. No, when I meet them in a de-addiction center, I have this thought in my mind. I have this conviction. He will change. She will change. Then only I will counsel them. If I don't have the conviction that he or she will not change, I cannot counsel them, I cannot convince them. Every parent, every lecturer, every time you take a student who is mischievous, if he or she has to change, I should be convinced, you should be convinced, he will change, she will change. Only with this attitude that I start talking to him, talking to her, the change will come. Otherwise, change will not come. I should be positive that this person will transform, this person will change. Am I convinced? Parents, this is my request. All our children, as they grow up, they get certain good habits, certain bad habits. Good habits help them grow. Bad habits can go out if you are convinced that he will change. I would a lot of parents telling, Mera beta nahi badlega. Na koduku maradu. Who is convinced? Parents are convinced. Now who else can change this? No, in my counseling, I'm very particular. If I'm counseling a person, I should believe he or she should change. Then my thinking, my way of words, my feeling will be a positive one where I will convince him or her to change. This is very, very important. So 3 areas of parenting challenges. Once again, talk to them, convince them, help them. 2, listen. Total, full, positive, active listening. 3rd, enforce rules. Even in the smallest thing, don't give any kind of gap. Can I copy? No. It's a small test. No. It must be very clear. No. I still remember a story that I heard some years back in my school. One young person was caught because he went to rob a house, and when then elderly lady came to stop, he hit her on the head, she died, and he was convicted, put in prison, and the judge gave a judgment he should be hung by death, hung to the rope by death. This was the statement or the judgment given that he should be hung to death. He was given a last wish. The prison department asked him, what is your last wish before you are hung? He said, sir, I want to meet my mother. ఒక యువకుడు దొంగతనంలో పట్టుబడ్డాడు. ఆ దొంగతనానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఆ ఇంట్లో ఉన్న ఎవరిని కొట్టేశాడు, ఆమె చనిపోయింది, పోలీసు పట్టుకున్నారు, ఆయనకు ఉరి శిక్ష పడింది. ఆయనని అడిగారు, నీ చివరి కోరిక ఏంటి? ఆయన అన్నాడు, మా అమ్మను ఒకసారి కలవాలి. He said, I want to meet my mother. मेरी माँ को एक बार मिलना चाहता हूँ. The prison department thought it was a fair last wish, so they called the mother. When the mother came, he embraced his mother and bit off the ear. వాళ్ళ అమ్మని కౌగలించుకున్నాడు, చెవు కొరికేశాడు. అమ్మి को गले मिला और कान काट दिया. And the police had to pull him back. And they were so angry. The police asked him, why did you bite away your mother's ear? మీ అమ్మ చెవి ఎందుకు కొరికేసావు? तुम्हारे माँ का कान को क्यों काट दिया? He said, sir, First time when I stole my friend's pencil and came. Second time when I stole somebody's book and came. If my mother had slapped me and said it is wrong, today I would not have died. మొదటిసారి నా పక్కన కూర్చున్న పెన్సిల్ నేను దొంగతనం చేసినప్పుడు, రెండోసారి ఇంకొకరు బుక్ దొంగతనం చేసి ఇంటికి వచ్చినప్పుడు మా అమ్మకి తెలిసి కూడా నన్ను ఏం చెప్పలేదు. ఆ రోజు ఒక చెంపదెబ్బ కొట్టి ఇది తప్పురా అని చెప్పుంటే ఈ రోజు నేను ప్రాణంతో ఉండేవాడు, నాకు ఉరి శిక్ష పడేది కాదు. అగర్ మేరీ మా पहले बार मैं जब पेंसिल चुरा के लाया, पहले बार किसी का बुक चुरा के लाया, अगर मेरी माँ मेरे को एक झापड़ मार के मुझसे ये बताई कि एक बेटा ये गलत है, आज मैं जिंदा रहूंगा, मेरे को ये मृत्यु नहीं होगा. Now this is something very important. That's why I tell parents, when I say enforce rules even in the smallest of things, make it very clear what is right and what is wrong. What is wrong always, wherever he or she is. ఒక విషయం తప్పంటే అది ఎక్కడ పోయినా తప్పే. There is no gap or space. Sometimes it is right, sometimes wrong. This is something I want every parent to understand and clarify, that rules are rules everywhere. We go to the next slide, which speaks about family bonding. I'm sure the lockdown has made us all become close family. Close family. I remember before that, even somebody told me, my son, we have a double story building. My son is always in his room, so I have to send message. What is the message? Meals ready, come down. భోజనం తయారైంది, కిందకి రారా బాబు తిందు గాని. ఖానా రెడీ అని ఇచ్చా. I'm sure the lockdown has helped in this family bonding. Now, what is this family bonding? I remember as a family, when we sit for dinner, we all sit together in the same table. And what do? We eat, we talk about the whole day, everything happened, and we share. It becomes a family meal together. But today, meals also is eaten where? Before the box. Which box? Our TV, sir. TV is called idiot box. TV is called idiot box. Or you have the cell phone, or you have the earplugs. Everybody. Today, people are not healthy also because they are not concentrating on their food. They are not concentrating on who is sitting before them. There is no healthy talk. There is no healthy meal. No healthy talk, no healthy meal. So my one suggestion to the family bonding is eat meals together. Parents and children eat together. Second is family vacation. You will say, sir, corona, ikkada pokodu. Na corona hai sir, kahin nahi dalna. Forget about going somewhere. As a family, do you enjoy together? Sit together, talk, play games. Somebody told me corona time, all the parents and the children in their free time learned lot of home games together. Beautiful. It is a way of expressing yourself. Even in that family vacation, teach things. What kind of teaching? Success or failure. You play games together as a family. Don't worry. Play your game your best. Lesson you teach. Learn to share. Lesson you teach. Learn to give. Lesson you teach. Directly or indirectly. Third is family traditions. When it comes to family traditions, one of the main things parent can concentrate is the dressing style. I love the latest hairstyle. What's the latest hairstyle? ఎటు కట్ చేస్తారో, ఎటు జుట్టు ఉంటుందో ఎవరికి అర్థం కాదు. आजकल का लेटेस्ट हेयर स्टाइल क्या है? सामने बाल है, पीछे बाल है, बाजू बाल है, किसी को नहीं मालूम. Other day I was giving a seminar for a college in an online seminar for a college in Mumbai, and I saw the students on the screen. What was the most interesting part of the students on the screen? Dressing and all very good. I like their hairstyle. What's the hairstyle? ఒకడికి ఫ్రంట్ జుట్టు ఉంటే సైడ్ లేదు, సైడ్ ఉంటే వెనక లేదు, వెనకుంటే ముందు లేదు. So I told them a simple story. I'm sure you're having fight again with your young fellows about the hairstyle. Students who are listening, listen to this very carefully. You know where the latest hairstyle came from? It came from abroad. How did it come from abroad? I go to Singapore, I go to Dubai for seminars in school and colleges. No, in Dubai and in Singapore, they don't use scissors. They use only trimmer. That is the only instrument the barber uses. He doesn't use scissors, he doesn't use blade, he only uses trimmer. So if you go to cut, he doesn't cut, he uses a trimmer. And how did this style come in Hyderabad? All my young friends, listen to me very carefully. How did the latest hairstyle come in Hyderabad? I will tell you a simple incident that happened some years back. One fellow went to the barber shop. At what time he went? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, who is in the barber shop? Main barber is gone for lunch. Assistant barber is there. Now this assistant barber doesn't know to cut. He has to do trial on somebody's head. No, assistant barber को बाल काटने नहीं आता. किसी के सर पे ट्रायल करे तो उन्हें सीखता. Now when this young fellow went, assistant barber got अच्छा chance मिला. For what? To learn cutting. To learn cutting. So he made that fellow very confidently sit down, put the cloth around him, took the scissors and started cutting. He cut, and he knows something went up and down. He took the trimmer and did one shot. What happened? One side hair went off. వాడు పాప కటింగ్ చేయడం అర్థం కాక ఏదో కట్ చేసిన ట్రయల్ వీడి మీద వేసిండు కదా. ఒక సైడ్ ట్రిమ్మర్ చేసుకుని తిప్పితే ఒక సైడ్ జుట్టే లేచిపోయింది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ అసిస్టెంట్ బార్బర్ భయపడ్డాడు. అయ్యా ఈయన సగం జుట్టు లేచిపోయింది, ఏం చెప్పాలా? ఈ అసిస్టెంట్ బార్బర్ बेचारा डर गया. आधा बाल कट गया. अभी क्या करे? Very smart fellow, Hyderabadi fellow. He said, sir, ये latest hairstyle है sir. Ordinary cutting 100, special cutting 250. अब ये बेचारा देखा, परवाने अच्छा ही दिख रहा, 250 देके चले गया. No, and then you know what? The demand for the assistant barber increased, demand for ordinary barber reduced. Why? This fellow takes the trimmer, hits it one right, one left, one center, one straight. Hair is all set. My young friends, you look smart with your hair all nice. Not one side hair gone, one side hair there, one side hair not there is not style. You ask anybody. Again, I ask the same question to my young friends. With that hairstyle, if you go to college, be sure your principal will say something to you. He'll say, "Kya beta, आधा बाल कहाँ छोड़ के आया? सगम जुट एकड़ वदिलिपेट्टी वच्चिनावु." If you go with that hairstyle to work, they will ask you, you know what? Kya ho gaya baba? What happened to you? What happened to you? I am not against fashions, my young friends. I tell you a simple statement for your dress code. Wear a dress, have a hairstyle that you are comfortable with. Just because somebody is doing, just because somebody is having that style or that pattern, you don't follow. You are convinced, you are comfortable, you wear that, have that hairstyle. Because everybody is doing, don't do it. Antaru kada, andaru chesturu, nenu kuda chestuna. Andaru poyi gotlo vartaru, nu kuda vartara babu. It will not happen. No, you be convinced of what you want to wear. You be convinced of your hairstyle. You be convinced of your attire. Do that. Even I tell the girls wear dresses that you are comfortable with. When you stand before the mirror with your dress, with your chudidar, with your dress, you must be comfortable. You must be convinced. Then wear it and go out. If you are not convinced, not comfortable, don't go out with that dress. Just because he, she, they are wearing, you don't wear. You are convinced, you within you, you wear it, and that will become your fashion. And just to put a summary of the whole thing, beloved parents, you are the best because you take care of your children with love and care. You want your children to grow up in academics and learning. That's why you put them in the best college possible. I know Little Flower College from years. It has been giving the best in holistic development. So parents, congratulations for your choice of putting your students in this, your children in this college. And my beloved students, my beloved children, be open to learning, be open to understanding. Don't be a closed mind technique which will not help you grow, which will not help you understand, which will not help you come up in your life. Secondly, reminders. Reminder number 1, parents, discipline your children in love. In love. They must grow, they must not get hurt. Students, children, be open to your parents because your parents love you. That's why they are disciplining you. If they don't love you, they will not discipline you. Thirdly, remember your life depends on your hands. Right from the start, as I said, do your best. As you tell all the best to someone going for exam, right from the start, do your best. Tomorrow, when you're out, you should not have this thought in your mind, if I had done better. ఒకవేళ నేను ఇంకొంచెం మంచిగా చేస్తుంటే అగర్ और मैं थोड़ा अच्छा करा था तो well that is a far end question right from now. Fourth, parents, be role models through your life. Lecturers, be role models through your life. More than what we speak, what we are is what our children learn from. మనం మాటల కన్నా ఎక్కువ మనం ఎలా జీవిస్తామో దాని ప్రకారంగా మన పిల్లలు మన విద్యార్థులు నేర్చుకుంటాం. जितना अपन बात करते उससे ज्यादा वो हमें देखते. That's why it is said a small baby watches the father and the mother. A child studying from first to fourth or fifth class listens to what the father or mother is saying. If they speak good, children learn good. If they speak bad, children learn bad. This is a simple role model technique. Your behavior pattern is what your children are learning. Your speaking pattern is what your children are listening. Your life pattern will be an example for your own children. This is something wonderful and this has to be followed for our children. Lastly, my beloved parents and teachers, don't have a negative view about your children. Trust them. Trust them. No, తల్లిదండ్రులారా, లెక్చరర్లారా, మీ పిల్లలను మీ స్టూడెంట్స్ నమ్మండి. మంచోళ్ళు, నమ్మకం వారిపై ఉంచండి. उनके ऊपर विश्वास रखो. Somebody else comes and tells about your son and daughter, don't listen. First listen to your son and daughter, what they are telling them. And one humble request to the parents, when you go to your lecturers to ask about your students, what will you ask them? I met a father who fought with a lecturer because his daughter got 99 and he went to fight for 1 mark. Very interesting concept. Very interesting concept. एक बाप अपने लेक्चरर से, उनके बेटी के लेक्चरर से झगड़ा कर लिया. कई के लिए झगड़ा कर लिया? 100 में से उसका बेटी को 99 आया. वो 1 मार्क कहां गया उसके लिए लड़ने गया. Well, my request to every parent, when you go to meet your lecturers about your children, ask them, how much have my children grown? Not only marks, not only percentage, how much have my children grown? Because your lecturers spend a lot of quality time with your students, active quality time. So they know the understanding behavior of your children much better in an active way. They will be able to help you. No lecturer is an enemy to the student. They are guides. The good old Indian philosophy, Guru is after God. He gives or imparts wisdom, imparts knowledge, imparts understanding so that the children are molded to be something different. That is their role and they play their role very well. So never go and have a fight or argument about your children with any teacher, any lecturer or any guru. This is not going to help you. And finally, if there's anything that you feel you want to ask or you want to tell, you want to share, I have put up my Vijay, next slide, please. I put up my WhatsApp number. That's my WhatsApp number on the screen. So in case you are communicating with me, as a lecturer said, for anything of behavior therapy, anything of counseling, you can take your appointments on my WhatsApp. If you are contacting me, please contact saying I am so-and-so and my son or daughter is so-and-so. I would like to get an appointment, so that I will give you my free time. Brother Vincent, the principal, and Madam Jayanti, they have a lot of trust in my reaching out to the students, and I will surely do everything I can for all our students of Little Flower College, to see them help grow better, grow happier, and grow successful. Thank you for your patience in listening. And if there is anything that I need to respond back, help you back, I'm always available. Thank you, Brother Vincent, for your trust. Thank you, Madam. I know Madam is always catching up with me. She says, Father, please do something that our children become better. That's her goal and purpose. Thank you, ma'am, for the trust put on me. And thank you all the parents and all the students.
Thank you, Father. Your guidance, advice has been duly noted by students, parents, and faculty. As usual, Father, your talk is very relevant to our society, especially to a parents, children, teachers relationship. And this is exactly what we needed to hear in this hour of crisis that has gripped the world. Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you.
And before we conclude this wonderful orientation program, I would like to repeat the instructions that have been already given by our Vice Principal. Number one, for the first year students, your classes starts from tomorrow, that is 24th November. Please log in by 8:30. 8:30, your first class starts. Second, attendance is mandatory. Your attendance will be sent to the Osmania University. So please, uh, all of you all come to classes regularly. Third, please come in appropriate attire or dress befitting a student of Little Flower Degree College. Fourth, enable your video when a lecturer is taking class. On this note, I thank the parents, students, our resource person, Reverend Father Vijay Joseph, our principal, Reverend Brother Vincent Reddy, Vice Principal, Mrs. Jayanti Reddy, our supportive staff, and our ever-helpful technical team consisting of Mr. Vijay and Mr. Raman. Thank you and God bless. And as brother said, do your best. On this note, please stand up for the national anthem.
Naganamanadi जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, dear parents and students. We will keep meeting often whenever it is required. And students of first year, welcome. Vidyapar Degree College welcomes you to the commencement of your first year. Thank you so much. Good day.
Can we leave, ma'am?
Raman sir, can we leave?